Hey guys, so as you saw from the first couple of videos, I did a fight video with my friend Marco. We did Sanctuary Guard Dragon versus Raging Form. The two videos should be up by now, the fight video and also the Marco's deck profile. The two should be down in the description below. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a deck profile on my Sanctuary Guard Dragon deck. So I'll start off with the main deck. So for the main deck, my starter is Milius. Milius is one of the best starters for Royal Paladins, considering the fact that with just one counterblast, you can basically fetch your entire grade 2 pool just for one counterblast after you stride though. So there's one downside, but hey, I mean, you know, pretty strong for starter. For my grade 3s, I play 3 Arc and 3 Guard. 3 Sanctuary Guard Dragons. I've seen most other deck profiles, they play 4 of this guy and 2 of him, or just 4 of him and 2 of this one. I really wanted to play both. Honestly, he's really great at early game, but I see myself running into him a lot more often than I do Sanctuary Guard Dragon. I usually use him for stride fodder because he just gives you an extra 5k, and he gets himself an extra 5k when you stride into Regale. So that's why I run them. So that's really why I run these two. They're really good, and I can see why they've been pretty consistently. They've been topping consistently. So then for the grade 2s, I run the Boy in Blue 4 Blaster Blade. Everybody knows why you run 4, because you run him along with 4 blue. Honestly, I hear this all the time in my card shop. There's been a little joke going on, apparently. So, apparently Lou, he...
Skill is very stupid.
There you go, that's one.
He calls for a Blaster Blade.
You can hit some attacks here and there. You can probably pull off 6 attacks
On the third turn.
Yeah. The next guy, perfect card. I love this guy. Turn 2, he's awesome. Venon. Counterblast 1, get yourself a Myron, or other people run Sword of Hope Richard, which does the exact same thing that Hidden Sage Myron does. I just run Myron because I had her. But yeah, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1 to get a good column and draw a card. Especially when you're in your stride, when you stride to Regale, really good. So that's it for grade 2s. Pretty regular grade 2 lineup. Most people usually run Knight of Twin Sword. I just don't, because Knight of Twin Sword sometimes can be just there in the early game when you don't stride, and most often I don't even get to stride. So for my grade 1s, I run 4 of the Unflipper Perfect Guard. I love riding her. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna read.
You're weird. She's young.
I don't even... Okay, whatever. I love using her as the first ride because when you go along with her and Benon, you could have her... you call Benon, Myron, then Soul Blast her. That way she's already in the drop zone, so by the time you use your first Perfect Guard, you can start on flipping. Second card, or next grade 1, 4 Hidden Sage Myron. Self-explanatory. Soul Blast 1, draw a card. You call it off of Benon. You can call it off of Sanctuary Guard Dragon. You can call it off of Sanctuary Guard Arc when you stride. The next card I run is 4 of the Stride Fodder because you only run 6 grade 3s. That's it. You run 6 grade 3s. Half the time you won't get to them, and honestly, sometimes I want to be striding. Because the Limit Break, while it's awesome, and you can buff up your dragon, it doesn't really do much for the rear guards. The deck is mostly reliant on weak rear guards that get buffed up by the stride. So you want to be striding as soon as you hit grade 3.
Definitely.
I have 3 other grade 1s. These can be anything. I just run Barkle to go off with Lou. But honestly, I've been seeing myself use this guy a lot less. I saw a new Legend deck, and I saw the new Little Sage Marin. So when that comes out, that's being replaced by this. Or I'll probably drop a fodder for it. So trigger lineup. 4 of the best critical trigger.
Best card in the game.
Flogel, honestly, super degenerate. Super degenerate. But, I mean, I love this dog. Then, 4 Epona and 4 other critical triggers. I run 12 crits in this deck. There's no reason to run draw triggers. There's no reason to draw stand to run stand triggers. Just go with crits. You don't want to be pulling anything off because, you just want to go full on in. And then 4 heal triggers because, I don't want to die. Alright, so for the stride, I run 4 Regale. I picked these up when they were cheap. I just wanted to pick up 4 because I want to try it. I want to see how they were in different numbers. Honestly, you don't even have to run 4. You can legit run 3 and run this one as the other Sanctuary Guard stride, or you could legit just run this guy with fights. Then I run one of the best strides for Royal Paladin, Alt Mile. As soon as you stride again, or he's a good first stride if you have to use a first stride. He gives your front row 3k. That's awesome. But honestly, running him after you already have maybe a G Guardian face up, or as your second stride, call a grade 2 from the deck. You can call Benon, give it 5k, and call Myron, and it still gets 3k from being in the front row. You can call Lou to get him off if you have a Flogel or a Barkle, or just call Blaster Blade if you don't have enough counter blasts and you have a Flogel out on the field already. So you can run that. The next card I run is... Now these last couple ones are going to be situational. They're just going to be like just strides I have. So I had 2 of these, Holy Dragon Religious Soul Saber. If I ever catch myself riding into Barkle and then Blaster Blade and I need a stride and I have a counter blast to spare, I'll usually run with this one. Gives 5k to each rear guard, and it gets a critical if I have 2 or more blasters in the soul. So that's really good. Now before I really haven't had the chance to update the deck. Last time I ran it before I had my 3rd arc, I ran Alfred Exiv just to have as a Legion. He was pretty much just there to fill up space. But since I ran him, I thought, hey, I could just run this guy, but he's completely useless now, so, he's just there. Don't even run him. Like, don't even have to use him. He's honestly taking up space. Honestly, if you want, just replace that with fights. Then I run Saint Blow because Saint Blow is great. Saint Blow is awesome. He gives he gets 3k for each rear guard. He's like Sanctuary Guard Dragon on crack. Because then if you have another stride face up, he gets an extra critical. And then last I play 4 Laser Guard Dragon because he's the only good G Guardian for Royal Paladins, because
he just is.
Everything else is brave.
Is that all you have to say?
Yeah.
All right. This was his Royal Paladin deck profile. There's my Revengers. I got stomped a couple games in a row. Hope everyone enjoyed it.
Oh.
Say goodbye one last time.
Bye. G-Rex, say goodbye.
Hello.
Okay.